This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Shasheena. Rolle. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news, the National Insurance Board rolling out its new smart card yesterday. It is viewed as a big step for NIB that will eliminate fraud. But today, on day one, some challenges were experienced with the production process. John Davis Rolle has our top story.
Time now for us to advance the system. And with the new technology, that's exactly what we are doing.
It is an idea which time has come. One day after the official launch of the new National Insurance Card, the main National Insurance office on Grand Bahama was a buzz of activity, as over 100 residents turned up to register for the new card before noon on Wednesday.
Persons are excited. We had a good turnout this morning. It is a shame we had those challenges, but I can see them being cleared up in the very near future. And so come in to get your card, take advantage of this time. We're going to be here all week, with the exception of Sunday until next week, Tuesday, from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. We have staff just devoted for this service so that we can ensure that as many persons in Grand Bahama obtain their card, especially during this week.
However, there was a major hitch. NIB Senior Manager James Winter calls it a glitch in the system.
We are having a challenge with the photo. So what we are doing, we are getting the information on the R4 form, which is a registration form. We are updating persons' information, and we are also using whatever means of ID, passport, driver's license, voter's card, to update the system. And so when they come back, once we get this resolved, then we'll be able to move quickly with them.
Winter says the new laminated digital NIB card now not only puts residents on the cutting edge of technology, it is a passport to your NIB benefits. How much is this costing NIB?
I do not have a figure. That figure was not released to me as yet, but the cost to the public is zero. We're not charging anything for this card. So even though obviously the plastic card, the picture, and everything, this is costing us more money, there's no cost to the public. And we are absorbing this cost because, there is so much that we can do with the new card. And so I think the cost benefit is well worth it.
As a part of the official launch, officials at NIB say persons will be able to turn up even on Saturdays to collect their new NIB cards. Reporting for ZNS Network News, I'm Joan Davis Rolle.
Thank you, Joan. Well, Attorney John Bostwick is no longer a member of the Senate. Leader of the opposition Free National Movement, Dr. Hubert Minnis, announcing today that he has advised the Governor General that the appointment of Senator John Bostwick be revoked with immediate effect. Dr. Minnis also indicating that a replacement will be announced in short order. Now, 42-year-old Bostwick was arraigned in the Magistrates Court Monday in New Providence on a single ammunition charge. He is accused of possessing 10 live rounds of .22 millimeter ammunition on May 17th while here in Freeport. Police say the 42-year-old George Street resident was traveling from Freeport to New Providence Saturday night when he was stopped at the security checkpoint after they reportedly noticed a suspicious object and alerted police. Now, Bostwick has pleaded not guilty to the charge and was granted $9,000 in bail. Bostwick was sworn in as a senator last February, filling a vacancy that existed since December 2012 due to the resignation of Shivargo Lang. Police are searching for two men who allegedly robbed a motorist around midnight on Tuesday. Police tell us that the driver was in his vehicle at the intersection of Adventurers Way when he was approached from behind by two men. One of the men reportedly pulled out a silver handgun, gun-butted the driver, then proceeded to rob him. The assailants were able to make their getaway with jewelry and a cell phone valued at over $8,000. One of the suspects was reportedly wearing a long-sleeve gray shirt. Police are actively investigating this matter. And the search is on for a 55-year-old man reported missing here on Grand Bahama. Anthony Boleg, a.k.a. Andy, was last seen by family members on Thursday of last week. At that time, this resident of Grassmere subdivision was said to be wearing a red cap, yellow shirt, and black pants. His sister, Priscola Lockhart Smith, says this is highly unusual for her brother and she's looking to the public for help.
He's 55 years old and he is in the dark brown complexion, short haircut, and he weighs about 150 to 60 pounds. His height is in the area of 5 feet 6, 7. If anybody knows of anywhere that they might see Mr. Boleg, we would like for you to please contact the police station.
Now, if you can help police locate 55-year-old Anthony Boleg, a.k.a. Andy, you should contact police at 350-3107 or 8-911-919 or call your nearest police station. Well, the year of 2015 could be one of transition for Freeport as the government gets another opportunity to sit down with the Grand Bahama Port Authority to discuss whether to continue to exempt real property taxes. Tonight, a local attorney is advising the government to negotiate from a position of strength. Come 2015, the government will have an opportunity to renegotiate the terms of the Freeport bylaws with the Grand Bahama Port Authority. These bylaws help to enforce the maintenance of proper standards and orderly development in the Freeport area. As the government gets another opportunity to sit down with the Port Authority to discuss whether to continue to exempt Freeport from real property taxes, noted attorney Rankin Johnson explains exactly why it's important to read this act.
That act will tell you which applies to the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, other than to the area of Hawksbill Creek area, as to how we are taxed, who assesses the taxes, the property taxes, which islands are applicable, which islands are excluded, the rate of the tax, and what is the rate for the Bahamians and exemptions, and what are the rates for the non-Bahamians who come here to develop or who come here to remain as residents.
She says residents must assess what is needed and what they are entitled to.
We have to assess what we are giving up by way of real property tax by people who are here as developers, the primary one being the Grand Bahama Port Authority and the Grand Bahama Development Company. What we are giving up in 2015 for whatever term, what value is it that we would receive from such taxation? But if we are to extend it, what we should be benefiting from.
The former magistrate says the government has a great role to play going forward.
Our government today, our opposition today, should take the time to value what will be the criteria, and they have that right. They have that jurisdiction. It's not mandatory that we extend it, that they should calculate as to the value we will receive, that we should ask for if we have to extend it. When you give up something, you have to know what you're getting in return. As a nation, as an independent nation, with a jurisdiction, we cannot, we should not negotiate from a point of weakness, but from a point of strength.
Stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, continues right after this.